Let me see if when I turn on the overhead light, if it gets any better.
All right. Yeah. See if we'll take Steve out. So oh, there he is.
No, it looks worse.
It looks worse. Turn it off. Okay. Are we live now? Is this going to show up anywhere?
Yeah, the built-in camera on this computer, the computer itself is great, but
yeah, we're showing up as live on YouTube now. I'm gonna share this onto the Facebook group. Hi everyone that happens to be watching. If you're watching, it says one person is watching. That might just be you.
I'm not watching right now.
Oh, well, shoot.
One
person is watching. That might just be you. Your delay.
Okay, I'm back.
I was hearing my own voice for a second.
Yeah, that was the video popping up. I logged into it.
It's freaking, 2 o'clock in the morning in the rest of the world. That there's no one here.
There's still some West Coasters. SD Design will show up.
We got someone. Cooper Davis.
Hey, how's it going?
That's awesome. It works.
Dan of New Jersey.
Finally start.
Sick.
Steve, is that a beer?
This is my last Fear Movie Lions. Where's my camera at? There it is. Fear Movie Lions from Stone. Double IPA. I really like this one. What's up, Kyle?
Kyle Jackson's here. It works. We're doing it. This might be a shock to most people watching, but we're doing something new. This is our first time doing a double camera, double location live on the internet thing with each other. Weird.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I wish we had a way to show ads. We could do like a full podcast. Let me try something real quick.
Oh, yeah, you were trying to see if that was a thing that could happen on this service.
I'm seeing, because this is like a whole new program for us. This is through StreamYard. There's a thing on the side that lets me put in banners and type in like whoop-de-doo. Scroll it. Show. Whoop-de-doo. Oh, cool.
Whoopie-doo?
Whoopie-doo. I'll hide that typo there.
I know Kyle's right. What I need to do is not even a green screen. I was wearing the Big Ears pedal shirt that I got that's green. And I just need to there we go. That's better. I love this microphone just for this feature. It's got a knob here that allows you to adjust between it allows you to adjust the monitoring, and it felt so weird to not be able to hear myself with the headphones on.
Gotcha. I'm wondering if we could just hold up our iPads and talk about ads that way.
Oh my gosh, that's so hood.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. There's got to be some way for me to be able to drop photos in this. They have like a screen sharing thing on here, but I'm not sure how that works. I think it sounds like you need to have 2 monitors to make that work.
Screen sharing is, dude, this is the same thing I do at work, but yeah, you do need, I mean, I guess as long as, okay, so I can share my screen. I can share an application window. So if I was to open, let's see. Oh, there we go. Oh, I got to drop this over here. I can't hear you right now. Are you talking at all?
No, I'm not talking at all. I'm listening to you talk through this problem that's so interesting to all of us.
I'm just saying I can make this work. So I can open Drive.
Are you going to try to put in a thing right now for screen sharing?
I'm saying like you can't see me right now, right?
No, I can.
You can.
No, wait, I see Steve's stream. Let me add this to the stream. Whoa.
Now I can split it. So now you've got Steve's screen.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if people can still see me, but you can at least see my screen.
You're on the side.
I'm on the side and the screen. So if we wanted to talk about Justin Zveck's fish tank guitar, here it is.
Now, can you blow that up full screen? As big as you can get it?
That's as big as I can get it.
So what we need to do is, if we're going to do a live podcast with ads, is prepare some sort of image player.
Right.
On my side to scroll through this stuff.
What you could do is this. I'm going to stop sharing for a second, and
This is pretty slick. I like this. I think there's a future in this. I think we could do this, Steve.
I'm trying to see if I can find just a picture. I just need a picture of anything.
Yeah.
That's not. Oh, here we go. Here's a bunch of Craigslist ads from a while ago. Again, sharing screen, application. So you can set it to application window. And then so I can pick to share actually the application window I want to share is photos. So you should be able to pull that up now. And now this is like the photo app. So it can be like, no, this isn't quite full screen. Can I make
not
this?
ideal. But I'm saying we would have to pre-prepare the photos to be like the right dimensions to be the slides that we would want.
Right. But like, yeah, you could drop this into like a slideshow format. You could drop this into PowerPoint. You could drop it into like some kind of photo app that would be full screen.
Yeah, we just need to pre-prepare a little bit, but we already do, preparation before the show to do this stuff. Well,
yeah, and like I said, you need like
Steve.
You need some kind of standalone app to do it. So I mean, that's cool.
Hey, Emily. It doesn't give us a count of how many people. Oh, 24 people are watching. That ain't bad for freaking 10 o'clock at night on a Thursday.
Yeah.
Good time to test this out, though. Is there anything we should talk about, people? Now that we're all here?
What are you just drinking water tonight?
Yeah, I just ran out too. I should probably go get some 60 cycle rum or something.
Oh my gosh, or just go get some water.
Jeez. What? Water?
Whatever. Just go get something. I'll carry the show. I'm carrying the show. Hey guys.
A giant spider just fell from the ceiling. I have to kill it.
Oh my gosh. Ryan's going to go kill a spider. After he kills that spider, his house will be infested with mosquitoes and he will die from malaria, dengue fever.
That was the hugest spider and it just fell from the ceiling behind the computer and I saw it like, whoop. Like, what the hell just fell? It was huge, dude. It was like this big. That's the body, not the legs. I felt the crunch when I stepped on it. Don't smash it. It might have eggs, Emily says.
Yeah, who's going to take care of those babies?
The eggs for breakfast? I don't understand.
Can we talk about how cool Andy Ferris is? No, we can't. Andy Ferris sucks.
Well, he better not.
I hate that guy.
If he's in here right now. I love Andy. But
I know, I'm just
in here right now. I'm gonna block him. I'm gonna ban him.
Is he in here right now?
I don't know. Andy, are you in here?
It's like 6 a.m. No. Yeah, it's like maybe 7 a.m. where he is.
Yeah. I always think it's funny whenever I'm chatting with someone who's over in Europe and I'm having a conversation with them in the morning and then they ghost me, they go dark. And then right around like 11 o'clock at night while I'm watching like my shows or whatever before I go to bed, they pick up the chat again. And like, oh yeah, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh yeah, you just got up.
Yeah.
It's crazy when I'm in Toman or whatever over there and I, FaceTime my family to check in and it's like 2 o'clock in the morning because I've just been drinking beer with the boys or whatever. And my family's just awake and it's like 11 o'clock in the morning or 10 o'clock in the morning or something like that. Someone just asked Harley Benton or Fender. I don't think that's really much of a question. Like,
Harley Benton, obviously, right?
Oh, obviously.
I
love Fender, but I also love Harley Benton. That I feel like they're very different guitars, even though there's a lot of Harley Bentons that look Fenderish. Like their feel is very different. They have kind of their own personality. So I wouldn't choose between them. Today is Friday Eve. It sure is.
Apparently, we can get like up to 6 people in here. We can invite 4 more people.
Should we invite someone?
No, I'm just saying we could. if we ever wanted to do like a super pod, super chat, we could. Are you going to do an affordable tremolo? Have you gotten an affordable tremolo from anybody?
I've had a couple affordable tremolos. There's only one I've liked, and it's that Moogig one, which is like a multi-modulation pedal, and it just because it has the right style of tremolo. But I have an Azor tremolo that I don't like. I have a K-Mize tremolo that I don't like. And it's not that they're bad, they're just not the style that I like. It's like I like a bias or an optical. I don't remember which, and those other two are the other style. What about a 60 cycle hymn Zoom party? Well, we'd want to have ladies involved too. It's not all boys.
I'm so, it's tricky, right? Like I like the idea of doing a Zoom party at some point. I am all out of beer once I finish this beer, so that
I haven't used Zoom, but there is a tab open for Zoom right now, but like my family uses that for my son's schooling. So
yeah, that's so that's the whole
works.
thing. That's how when you mentioned screen sharing and trying to make it work, like I knew how to do all that stuff because I do that at work all day, basically.
Steve, how come we didn't name the praise and worship group 60 cycle hymn?
Because we're dumb.
Eric just typed that. It's so brilliant.
I can go change it right now.
Yeah, but I have to make a whole header for it and stuff.
Oh, Ryan.
You could change it now if you want.
That group's dead anyway.
That's the whole point. We left it open this year to watch it die.
I know. It's so ridiculous. It went for like a week, and there were people who were like, what's going on here? And it's just like,
why is it still here?
Yeah,
things are getting really weird, man. I'm used to this being shut down.
You know what? I don't know if I can change the name.
Oh, here we got too many people. It won't let you change the name for like 30 days or something like that.
I can change it once every 28 days. I'm changing it to. I'm going to take off. I'll leave the P and W in place.
Okay.
And it is
People
now
aren't going to be able to find it now.
Oh my gosh! It is now 60 cycle hymn.
Oh my god!
PNW. There's like 600 people in there. It's stupid.
Yeah, that is stupid for a group that has nothing going on. What should we talk about, guys?
60 cycle shim, 60 cycle the shins. It's the 60 cycle hum shins appreciation group.
Whoa! Someone just asked, did Crate go out of business? Do you know anything about that?
No.
I mean, I haven't seen anything from Crate in forever. So if they did, it like didn't make news? Or
I'm taking a picture of the screen so I can show my wife that you can't see anything in the room.
Okay.
My office is my master bedroom. Crate didn't go out of business. Well, Crate maybe as a standalone company went out of business years ago. But they were still manufacturing things, I thought.
I can't find it. Let's go to crate.com or Crate.
Yeah, I'm not finding anything, man. That's weird. I did not know that.
I had no idea that they were gone. If they are gone. Yeah.
I'm actually seeing stuff from like 2017 where people are saying that the website had not been updated since 2009.
I mean, I've never thought about it before, but I can't think of once running into Crate anywhere at NAMM or any stores or anything like that. How did that just slip past us and we haven't realized that Crate disappeared? Does that mean that my Crate amp is now vintage and highly
No, it means it's still
desirable and rare? You've got that Crate power block. They don't make those anymore, Steve.
What?
They don't make those anymore. You've got a limited edition.
I think I bought that pretty cheap too because there is some value on that. People are like, that was one of the original Class D high wattage guitar amps. Yeah, people try to sell those new for like $200 on Reverb. Freaking nuts. I think I might have gotten mine for like $99 or whatever.
Okay, here's a good question, Steve. What do you think would be the best first pedal for someone?
Ooh, tuner.
Yeah, that was my first gut instinct.
I'm sure we're not talking about tuners. If you have built-in drive, I would say some kind of delay, like a DD. I like a DD3, DD5, DD7, DD3 if you want simple. You know, honestly, I say that. Screw it, man. Like maybe it might break. People always say they break. I never had one break. Dan Electro PB&J.
Damn.
That's a great first delay.
I mean, first pedal, I kind of want to lean more complicated and go for like a multi-effect and let someone get an education in one device and then figure out where to go from there, you know?
That is cheating.
You think that's cheating?
Well, I mean,
what if it's a single space? What if it's a single pedal space multi-effect, like one of those Zoom things or something like that?
Sorry, I just saw. Can we switch and keep the real Steve in cardboard Ryan?
I can just leave and you can talk to yourself.
That's weird. This feels a little odd. I don't know what should I say to myself, guys? I feel like cardboard
Steve. How is it like to be me?
I feel like cardboard Steve's face is a lot fatter than real Steve's face.
It's just the camera angle. It's a wider angle lens, Steve.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I think Ryan is probably leaning towards like a Zoom CDR. You have what's the Zoom pedal that you have that you use all the time?
I have the silver one. I forget what that is, like the MS60 thing or something. Or
yeah, something like that.
Is on it, but I think it's actually pretty great. It's kind of a deep dive though, for someone starting out. Like the sub menus on it are kind of a little tricky. So I wonder if there's something out there that would be easier for someone to get into. You know what? First pedal for a new guitarist, just get a Boss Katana.
Oh my God. I'm just thinking that the first pedal for a new guitar should just be a Kemper, right? Kemper profiling amp. An Axe Effects. Just get yourself an Axe Effects.
Boss Katana 50. It's $200, so it's the price of like a decent pedal, but it's chock full of all kinds of effects. So you can explore a bunch of different pedals. You can plug it into your computer, and there's all sorts of pedals that you can assign to the memory banks and whatnot. I think that's my vote. If you're starting out, I think Boss Katana 50.
That's not a pedal,
that is an amp with pedals in it.
Oh my gosh.
I think that's like the best start for anyone starting out.
I think the best pedal for someone starting out is a Fox Tone Machine clone.
Just the craziest fuzz.
They're not that crazy. They don't gate.
If you want to start out the way all your guitar heroes that are, our generation started out, straight to Metal Zone, first pedal. That's how we all started. How everyone who's famous now, who's in between, like 25 to 45 years old, we all started with the Metal Zone. Just the truth. And you're not going to get any good use out of it. That's just the place to start. We got 61 people watching this thing.
That's weird. It's late.
Be asleep.
It's blowing my mind.
Tell us in the comments, why are you not in bed? Why are you still awake, people? I should be in bed.
I wonder if this would run off. This program would run off. I'm sure it would run off my phone, but then you'd be getting earpod quality.
Kyle Jackson asked, with the DoD 250 on sale right now, should I get two for poor man's 60 cycle hum pedal? Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, we need to figure, instead of buying that stupid ass camera, we should have bought some more 50/50s, man.
Leon's been working on a new circuit for it, and I think he's stalled out and all this stuff going on. Like, I'm not gonna talk about it. It's not.
Yeah, you also never sent his wife the image for the stamp.
Yeah, because we need a stamp.
We do. I need a stamp.
Okay.
It's for me.
I'll get you the image soon, and you can send it to her. I'm sorry.
That'll work.
Like a year late by now. Probably why he hasn't made the pedals because we're late on that part.
I think
she probably doesn't want to do it anymore.
Like a year late.
I made a graphic for Brian Wampler's wife.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, for her company where she makes like decorated like hydro flasks and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I saw that email. I was really confused.
Yeah, Brian was like, can you do a better job at this than me? I was like, yes, I can. And we did product exchange for it. So my wife is going to get one of her bottles. Eventually,
yeah, dude,
we get past all this nonsense.
My conversation with Leon's wife is from December 2018.
Yeah, it's been a hot while.
Whoops.
Yeah, Jerome Peters is drunk. Hey, SD is here.
Yeah, I saw him earlier.
Yeah, I never watched the comments as much as I should. Silver pair of ducks wants a tap tempo ventilator. That would be a good market for that these days. I'm looking for some more good questions in here. How can I sleep when you two lovely fools are on YouTube? Says John Bingham.
Well, sometimes life is tough.
Sorry we woke you up. Someone said, Klisk said, I go to bed at noon and wake up at 7 p.m. Kind of sounds nice. Sometimes I think about going nocturnal. You ever think about going nocturnal? Like waking up, like it's mostly just to avoid the part of the day where my family's going crazy, like the kids are going nuts, which my wife would hate right now. But like imagine like going to bed, like right as your family's like done eating breakfast, and then you wake up right when they're about to have dinner. So you get dinner and breakfast with your family.
Mm-hmm.
And then they go to bed, and then you stay up and you work. I don't know. It sounds kind of nice to me.
There was so I'm not doing it. I didn't tell you this.
I'd get full silence during my workday, but I need to do guitar stuff, so that doesn't work. But
I didn't. Well, if you do everything through headphones and like the Iridium, you could do it.
That's true. The Iridium works pretty well for that stuff. I'm gonna go do some travel content next week. As crazy as that sounds, I'm gonna go down to a local guitar shop. And,
I saw that. That's very cool. That's gonna be some. I was bummed because I saw that, and I saw that when you were like, well, what are like your top 10 products or whatever, and the first one they put was the Sire bass. I was like, oh man, because I've wanted to play one of those too.
Is that? I thought that was a typo. I thought that was Squire.
No, Sire is
I don't know anything about that.
I forget the guy, Marcus Miller. That's like his brand.
Sire bass.
Yeah, that's his brand, and I've heard they're like super good. They're basically like they kind of sit somewhere in between like Squire and
they're all like 500 to like $800. Well, I don't play bass, but maybe I should pick one up anyways while I'm there and have some fun with it.
Dude, see, look, Ryan, I told you silver pair of ducks. Thoughts on the Jeff Kiesel drums? I told you that was going to be a thing, man.
You think so? You think people want to talk about that?
I mean, I don't really want to talk about it. I'm just saying I told you it was going to be a thing.
All right. My take is I kind of want to just avoid what's this KDH.
Dude, that's a 35,000 view video, and it was followed up by another video today that's got almost 7,000 views already.
I know, but
maybe instead of a board, you should. I'm thinking. I got this thought, Ryan.
I don't want to be trash talking. Like
all I'm saying is like maybe instead of making quality content for the everyman guitarist, where you say, hey guys, I bought a bunch of stuff off Amazon that's like $20 a piece. And if I can make this sound good, you can too. Things that benefit everybody, but that benefit everybody. Maybe you should just find expensive guitar brands and talk shit about them. Right? Like,
right.
That'll work. But the thing is like, KDH, he's doing a,
is that the name of his channel?
Yeah, KDH. He's doing a focused takedown of the capitalist class. He's helping everybody else. But you, Ryan, you're supporting the Communist Party.
I have no idea what's going on anymore.
In the age of Corona, you're supporting the Chinese government.
Oh, with your
Affordable pedal series.
Steve is like, if you guys listen to Monday's episode, you're going to hear how like charged up on politics Steve is tonight. Billy asked, hey, Ryan, do you use an effects loop? Almost never ever do I use an effects loop. I always run front end to amp because I'm a surfy boy and I like to hit a hot amp.
I think there's something to that. I will say is like, because I've tried to I'm lazy. I got tired of effects loops after trying to use them for a while.
Yeah, you have to have all those extra cables and stuff.
And I do find that I just made so many things work because we talk about using the acoustic 150 as a bass amp because I used that for your favorite band for a long time. But I got like my best morning glass tones out of that amp too.
That's a great amp.
And I just went straight into the front of that, and yeah, it's ultra clean. Like you can't do anything about it. But even now with the amps that I have that are just like these little front-ended tube amps, like the Wong's VT5, VT Mini 5, the Wong's Mini 5, or like the Crate Defender 15 that I have up on offer up if anyone in San Diego wants to buy it. These things, they don't have an effects loop, and you make it work. And yeah, they make your delays a little dirty, but whatever.
So here's something I want to talk to you about, Steve.
Yeah.
About the Affordaboard stuff. On the past couple of videos, people have been commenting a lot that they want me to do a shoegaze board.
Okay.
And I know almost nothing about shoegaze. It's not a genre I listen to, but I know that you know stuff about it.
You need a cello bow.
Are there affordable cello bows out there?
No, like I did
out of the question. Then
I did a search for cello bows a few years ago, and like the cheapest one I could find would be like the price of like 2/3 of an Affordaboard.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I would just say like what SD Design said, shoegaze needs a volume pedal.
I don't have a cheap volume pedal yet.
So you need like a cheap volume pedal, and then honestly, you'd kind of be taking up like half of your ambient board and half of your heavy metal board, and you've got a shoegaze board.
I'm gonna have to do some research on it. I might shoot this video tomorrow. I might try to do.
And yeah, Grant from Big Ear Pedals, he says reverb before dirt.
Interesting.
And that might be the thing. I mean, I've done shoegazy thing, dirt before reverb, but it's all about like huge sounds. And it's all about staring at your feet. So the whole video, you never look into the camera. You only
it's
look
literally
at your feet.
About staring at your feet.
Yeah, that's why it's called shoegaze.
I thought it was just the name of it. I didn't know you actually had to look at your feet.
Yeah. No.
Is it a foot fetish thing?
I'm not sure. Maybe. But I mean, like a big thing is
maybe
big thing is
fetish thing this whole time.
It's just these huge like reverb lush sounds, and like think about like, to a lesser extent, think about like noise rock, like Sonic Youth kind of stuff. Shoegaze kind of came out of that, but then think about, gosh, I don't know. You ever listen to Mogwai?
No.
You ever listen to? You probably like that's a problem. Is like it really is a genre. Like
I don't have a frame of reference.
It was like Mogwai, Sigur Rós, Explosions in the Skies. Like some of those are a little more on the math post rock side, but they're kind of related.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of quick research if I'm gonna. Do the video tomorrow.
Kyle Jackson's thing is he's saying like it's kind of like if you're doing like the stereotypical church like slow jam stuff where it's just like the entire song you play 5 notes and they're all just swells, like you're kind of in the right ballpark. Oh, My Bloody Valentine, that's a great pickup of like a shoegaze band. Maybe I kind of want I guess Minus the Bear is a little more is math rock. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so much of like, oh yeah, I guess I could see Smashing Pumpkins Gish as kind of being like shoegaze adjacent.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look stuff up. I probably have enough pedals to actually pull this off. It sounds
like you could definitely pull it off.
Drive before reverb, maybe some delay or something like that. It sounds like big, spacey, huge sounds. So I'll do a little research. Maybe I'll be able to throw together a video tomorrow to publish on Saturday.
Oh, Slow Dive. That's a good. I'm looking at the Wikipedia article. Slow Dive is a really good call.
Someone just said that you have an Affordicam.
I do. Well, I don't understand. I bought this computer like 2 years ago.
It's a PC.
And it is a PC, so I guess they didn't care about the camera. No
big deal.
I can kind of see that like this article I'm looking at kind of references like Dinosaur Jr. is kind of being Dinosaur Jr. is definitely not shoegaze, but there's definitely sounds that they use that are shoegazy. Velvet Underground.
That's interesting that
The
Dinosaur
Cure.
Jr. is shoegaze.
Well, again, I'm thinking about
Underground?
what's that?
You just said Dinosaur Jr. and Velvet Underground are shoegaze.
Well, I'm thinking about tone wise,
Okay.
not necessarily like music style.
Interesting.
There's actually not a ton. Let's see, what's the list of musicians? I'm looking through here, seeing what I recognize. If anything, Maps, that's a good one.
What is your computer the only light on in your room right now?
What's that? No, I've got a side light over here and I've got a light over here.
Okay. So
I tried to put on the overhead light earlier and it didn't make it any better.
All right.
So
I was just curious. People are commenting on your
camera. No, it's a garbage. You know what? This list sucks because it has Silver Sun pickups as shoegaze and they're not.
Yeah, I don't know what shoegaze is, but I don't think it's Silver Sun pickups.
No, Tape Deck Mountain has a Wikipedia page.
What is Tape Deck Mountain?
Tape Deck Mountain is Tape Deck Mountain is an artist who's in Nashville, and it's this guy Travis Trevisan who was my shuttle bus driver when I was in college.
Oh, okay.
No, he was Tape Deck Mountain like in San Diego, like back. It says it was founded in 2008, which doesn't sound right, but maybe I knew Travis from a different project before then. I don't really remember. But he's just a guy who was like San Diego in the San Diego scene, like way back when, like the same era as like the Album Leaf, I guess. I don't know if you remember the Album Leaf.
Mm-hmm. Why are we talking about this guy?
Because he's on the Wikipedia list for shoegaze bands.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
I used to like run into Travis all the time at freaking like indie shows, like my little indie Christian scene, emo scene, whatever.
I want to real quick. You keep rambling.
Wait, where are you going? Okay, bye. Steve. Oh, okay. Steve is always sidetracked. Shoegaze is lazy emo. That's fair. Ryan's been drinking water, but he says he's gonna go. He said earlier that he wants to go get some 60 cycle rum.
Lighting.
Oh my gosh. Billy wants to know if anyone knows what Steve is talking about. Steve doesn't know what Steve is talking about.
I'm gonna turn that light back on. This looks bad.
It looks ominous. It looks like you're being held hostage.
Okay, I'm back. Let's get a new topic for Steve to ramble about for a while.
Guys, I did a Donald Trump impression for the episode that's going to come out on Monday. It's pretty great.
I thought he was on the phone with me. I thought the president called me. It was so good.
Yeah. And after you guys listen to Monday's episode, 75% of you will be gone.
Yeah, you guys think it's because Steve is critical of our president, or do you think he was supportive of our president? Which one is going to cause?
Do you make
our audience disappear?
Do you make your own pedal? Okay, I'll do this one first. Mike from Quad. Do you want us to like make jokes about your builds, or do you want us to talk about them honestly? I think that's the question.
Well, could both be true?
Maybe, but I'm saying like if he wants it to like be part of the show, like as an ad, then he can send it to 60cyclehumcast@gmail.com.
It's true. If you don't tell us that you built it, then we'll be honest about it.
If you want like our feedback from like a perspective of like you want to start a business, then probably just send it to us an email and be like, hey, just want to get your guys' feedback on this. Please don't talk about it on the show.
Kyle Jackson just said every YouTube seems to be getting a Schecter.
Why aren't you getting a Schecter?
Is Schecter handing out guitars to YouTubers? I covered their booth a little bit at NAMM and they didn't give me anything. Do I want a Schecter? I'm suddenly like having these feelings like I feel left out. Do I want a Schecter though?
Maybe. I do want to back up. Eric Zwiebel asks if do you make your own pedal? And I don't. If you're talking about the 60 cycle hum 5050, that's a pedal that is manufactured by Pelican Noise Works for us.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. What do you mean sometimes?
It's not in production right now.
Right, but I'm saying like he makes it for us when sometimes when we ask for it, when we send him money. But I think there was a prototype that he sent to you and you gave feedback. So you were involved in the.
Yeah, I mean it's super simple. It's two DoD 250s. Like,
yeah,
he said to me, it's like, yeah, it sounds like two of them. It sounds like two 250s. So yeah, we did it. Like there wasn't a lot of R&D going on with this pedal. It was a pretty locked in concept from the beginning.
As far as building other pedals goes, I have successfully built a looper, and that's it. I built a ring mod, but it makes a lot of noise.
Which a ring mod is supposed to make a lot of noise, but not the kind of noise that your ring mod makes.
Yeah, so I will say it makes the right ring mod noise, but when you put it on bypass, the ring mod bleeds through, and that's a problem.
Grant from Bigger just said, "I know a pedal you could build."
I know, Grant, and the thing is that we had plans in place to finally build it over like spring break or whatever, and then spring break got canceled. But I agree with you. We definitely.
There's bugs in my garage. There's a silverfish in here.
Oh, geez. We definitely want to get that thing built soon.
Yeah, I need to just do mine on my side. Maybe I'll drop off yours when I drop off all those inner circle bags. But we have this kit here that I need to build.
Well, the thing is if I build it here, I'm not going to be able to film it. I mean, I guess I could film it, but I don't know.
Look at that.
I just don't know what filming is going to look like on my end if I do it here.
I wouldn't worry about filming it. Just time yourself. See how long it takes you.
All right.
And then do take me like phone recording to show if it works, and we'll do a side by side
for sure. We got to hear that ring mod. I should bring that ring mod over to you. You should just do a stupid pedal that Steve built video that's 2 minutes long.
Yeah.
It's a cool sounding ring mod. It just bleeds, and I don't know if the jack is bad or what.
Metal.
What's that?
A ring mod that bleeds sounds so metal.
Oh my gosh, not that kind of bleeding. Brad says, when's the last time you listened to Neutral Milk Hotels in the Aeroplane Over the Sea?
Are they asking me or are they asking you?
Have you ever listened to that album?
Yeah, every time I rode in the car with Adam.
I knew that was going to be your answer. I listened to it. I feel like
I'm not a Neutral Milk Hotel fan.
I've listened to it, I would say, in the last year and a half, all the way through. But I don't know how long ago.
Someone just asked, have you considered doing a long guitar afforderboard as a collab combo? Do you think you'd want to put together a bass afforderboard?
I've thought about it. That you basically started the afforderboard series right as Corona struck.
Yes.
I'm not blaming you. I mean, it's been good.
No, it's my fault.
It is your fault, asshole. What I will say is I think if things get figured out, we should come up. Here's what I think I would like to do for like some long guitar stuff is basically go over, pick out a board of sounds I think would work, and just have it where like I'm playing and you're turning knobs.
I like that.
And just kind of see what happens. I think that would be
I still want to do a video where you come over here, we lay down a drum loop, and we just jam, like bass and guitar.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And we just jam and have some fun. I think people would enjoy watching that.
I think that would be really good. I think that's where me as a player works.
Yeah.
When there's something, even if it was just drums, like once drums exist, I'm like, okay, I can mess around with this, but like, and it's not like a timing thing. Like my internal timing is decent. It's more just like, I have trouble building a groove in my head.
Right.
If I don't have something supporting it.
Yeah.
Walkie-talkies. Build a telegraph. Yes, we will build a telegraph line that is like 10 miles long.
I kind of wish I had the walkie-talkies I had when I was a little kid, just so I could have like Ed Chu or someone rehouse a pedal into them, because they were these big, black, bulky plastic things with this giant orange button on it that made a beeping sound.
Mm.
I wonder if I could find those on eBay or something like that. An old like walkie-talkie fuzz pedal would be really cool looking.
I have not used this Schaller flat mount bridge, but it looks cool. That's rad. Here's a thing I wonder, Ryan.
Oh, here it comes.
Do super chats work on StreamYard?
They should be everything that happens on YouTube. We should get, you know what, when I learned how to use this program from Ben Coombs, and he was getting super chats like crazy.
Oh.
So what's the deal, guys? Everyone gives Ben Coombs money. No one's super chatting us right now.
It's because you're not doing super chats for shots.
Yeah. You think I should go get some 60 cycle rum?
I'm not telling you what to do.
I kind of want to have a normal night of sleep tonight.
Not a deep sleep of night tonight?
I don't sleep good when I've been drinking. I get better sleep when I'm sober.
All right.
I've been thinking maybe I should do like a Saturday morning mimosas show or something like that. Get day drunk on a Saturday. Now everyone's asking me to get drunk. I did tequila last week, and it definitely hit me pretty hard. As soon as I stopped live streaming, I was pretty buzzed.
Yeah, I saw that. I was trying to figure out if you were like faking it.
No,
put it up. Just go like.
No, I finished
not
the
actually
bottle.
taking it.
I drank like a full third of that tequila bottle.
Good grief!
In one sitting. So yeah, but I made like $30 in super chat. So was it?
Oh wow! How much is a liver replacement?
I mean, they're just giving them out for free, right? See, where my brain was like, oh yeah, that paid for the tequila. Your brain went to the more realistic adult thing.
Wow, this audience is pretty rapey. They want to get you wasted.
See, I didn't know that meant rapey. I thought he was trying to say like some sort of fancy word like rapé. I don't know what that means if it is a word, but rapé.
No, I'm definitely. I read it that way first, and then I realized I read it again in the to catch a predator voice, like, and what we have here is pretty. What we have here is pretty creepy.
Rapey. And we just got demonetized from me saying that.
I know. Bye.
Oh, that's a bummer. This guy's best friend has stage 4 liver failure. I don't drink enough for me to actually worry about my health. I drink very rarely. When I do, I like to have a little bit of fun. Not a lot of bit of fun, just a little bit of fun. Someone was asking me on my tequila live stream if I'm an alcoholic, and the answer is firmly no. So, I mean, that's
because you're not trying hard enough.
I don't want to. Like when we do like NAMM and stuff like that, where it's like a party every day and drinks are available. Like I get burned out on it. Like I get like a day and a half into that sort of thing. I'm like, I'll sit this one out, guys. I don't need to have any more. But every now and then, like I like to have a couple drinks every now and then.
How do you pull that off at NAMM? Because I feel like I'm always getting sucked in. Like I feel like I'm not I just got to keep going.
I think the trick is to have a personality where people already assume you're drunk. Ryan's been drinking. He's found some liquor. He's fine. I don't have to give him anything. Always be holding something too, because then people are like, oh, he's got a drink.
There you go. I don't know, that did not work for me. We I don't know what your table did. When the deliverer of the beverages was walking away from the table, my table was filling our glasses with water to make it look like we still had beverages.
This is secret stuff right here. Probably should not be divulging this secret information because you could hurt someone's feelings if they found out.
Only if it gets back to them. And remember, guys, snitches get stitches.
Yeah. We went to the same place. It's your fault for even talking about it.
How is that in sync? That was in sync, and we're freaking remoting this. That's incredible.
That's because we're so connected to each other. You know what? I felt like the reason I wanted to try this app is because when I was, using it with Ben Coombs, like it seemed to be pretty good. It seemed to be like right on top of things. Not
I
too
feel
much
like
bad
I
lag
think
or anything like that.
I think Bob Neptune is beard shaming me because I've got like the soul, like a soul patch thing going on here, and then a gap, but your beard is just lips down.
You know, it is a little thinner on the sides, but it's not like yours.
No, I have nothing here. This is clean. What's your taco recipe, dude? I made a taco tonight. What's your taco recipe at home?
I mean, I do tacos a bunch of different ways. Lately I've been liking to do carnitas, because I'll do like pulled pork, like a crock pot pulled pork.
Mm-hmm.
And if you save it before putting barbecue sauce in it, you take that pulled pork and you throw it into, like I throw it into like a Teflon pan with a little bit of oil and some diced up onion and some diced up jalapeno, and let it just kind of simmer and get a little crispy. And it makes really, really good like carnitas. And then I like to just do like the San Diego street taco style taco, where it's just the meat in the corn tortilla, like a slice of avocado, and then a simple, like mostly onion, but tomato and cilantro kind of salsa as a dressing on there. So I just go pretty simple, but I think homemade carnitas has been doing me pretty good lately. I've been trying to do homemade al pastor with mixed results, because that's a whole other thing.
Vaughn's has a pretty good al pastor.
Oh yeah,
That's like just like in the meat section. I mean, I say it's good. Like I went there and bought it when I went on a little staycation a couple weeks ago.
nice.
And we went and bought it, and the lady was like, "Is this stuff good? Because we sell a lot of it." And I just told her, I'm like, "Well, it's good enough that I keep buying it." Is it like? I will say this: like, I've had al pastor that's really good, but I've had a lot of al pastor that's really bad from restaurants.
Like if you like, it's one of those things you can judge a Mexican restaurant by. Like you can definitely judge a Mexican restaurant by carnitas. Like if it doesn't have the crisp like caramelization on it. Big damn it, Grant.
Dude, Grant. Yeah, this thing is on, bro.
Too kind to us. If carnitas doesn't have like the caramelization on it, they didn't fry it in some way, then that's not good carnitas in my opinion. Al pastor is the same, where like it's supposed to be cooked on the spit, like the zero spit,
right?
Like the big Greek spit. That isn't always a possibility, but there are ways to make good al pastor on like a flat top and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but you can definitely judge a restaurant by how good or bad their al pastor is. If it's just kind of like tough meat with some seasoning on it, it's like, this isn't good.
Well,
like you gotta like taste the fire in it a little bit, you know?
The problem I have is like, so like obviously the al pastor I'm buying from the store, it's really just like pork with al pastor seasoning. It's been soaking in it.
Right.
And I reheat it on the stovetop. So it's not like, I guess, does that make it auto? What's the difference? I never really understand the difference between al pastor and autobata. I think one of them is spit and the other one isn't, but like the seasoning is the same.
Yeah, it might be a small difference or escaping us.
It's like a marinade style, but yeah, al pastor is like technically al pastor is on a spit. Autobata is just marinated, but I think the sauce is similar. Anyway, regardless of what it is, like it seems like a lot of times when I get it from restaurants, it's like burned. It's like too cooked. But it's like,
you don't want it burned. Do you want it like caramelized?
Well, I want it to be like carne asada. Like,
oh, okay.
It doesn't need to be like, I don't need black parts.
See, I kind of like that though. I want
like when
fire to touch it.
The last time I got Autobata from Cotijan coming over to record.
Nice pronunciation.
It was like, it was crispy. Like I felt sick. I felt like kind of sick during recording because I felt super like acidic because it was so like burned.
Interesting.
So Oh yeah, proper Al Pastor on the spit has pineapple. So like when we get it from like a freaking Gabrielle, like that's usually legit Al
No,
Pastor.
that's the legit Al Pastor. Is when we, you know what? There's not a good strong Al Pastor game in San Diego.
Yeah.
They have that much more often in LA. We do burritos better in San Diego, and I think they
Yeah.
do tacos a little better in LA. And I hate to
Mm,
say that. I hate to say it, but I
that's
think it's
fair.
the truth. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
I wish that the spit cooked taco meats was more common in San Diego.
Dude, we're hitting all the right topics for Grant. We went from drinking to meat.
Yeah, sorry, Grant.
Oh boy.
What should we talk about? We've been doing this for
I don't
almost
know.
an hour now, Steve. Do you guys
Jeez.
think that this is a viable way for us to do the podcast while we're doing lockdown stuff, quarantine?
No, because my
stuff?
camera quality sucks.
That doesn't matter.
It really doesn't. You're gonna put you got to figure out how to put the images there. I
Yeah,
think that's the only thing.
well, I think if I pre-prepare the slides, I think we can make it work. I think we should give it a try next week and see what happens. It might come down to internet quality too, though. It'd probably be fine about 8. We record around 8 o'clock on a Thursday. It'd probably be fine.
I'm on Wi-Fi right now, but this camera, like even if I was recording directly, it's just not. I don't know what the spec is on this camera, but it's not great. Like I said, I think like if I wanted to like really round about it, I could get a lightning converter and plug my microphone directly into my phone and then mount my phone to the top of my computer.
Don't worry about your camera. Like here's the thing. Like once you get a different camera, then you're going to be getting lights and you're going to get this and that. And then by the time you get everything, we're going to be done with this. And you're going to be over here and it's not going to matter anymore.
Or the economy will have completely collapsed and it won't matter either.
Yeah, we're going to be podcasting around a campfire soon.
The Cure is a good band.
Yeah.
I don't really understand the whole thing where people want to argue about either being in Camp the Cure or Camp the Smiths. I don't know if I missed something like when I was younger, why
Robert
that's a
Smith
thing.
Hates what's his name?
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
They
What's his
hate
name?
Morrissey.
Morrissey. Yeah. Yeah, Robert Smith and Morrissey have a beef. Like that's the whole core of it.
I could just buy an external camera, like screw the phone thing, because I could plug a camera into my computer and be done. Charge it to the inner circle.
I can give you that Zoom camera. It might be slightly better, but
well, is that a USB camera?
Yeah, you can run it as a external cam. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've always felt like the cam quality was kind of rough on it.
Yeah, but is it better than this?
Might be worse. Honestly, though, it's fine. It's fine, dude.
I dated a goth in the 90s, so you're Adam Sandler and the Waterboy.
I mean, if I had been dating in the 90s, I would have dated a goth too, because there was a lot of goth girls around.
You weren't dating until like the 2010s.
Yeah, earlier than that. Come on. Like 2004, 2005 is when I started my more serious dating career. I had a temp.
I know.
I had attempts earlier than that, but I was a very busy boy in college trying to be academic, I guess.
Trying to draw pictures.
I didn't have personal time a lot during that time of my life, which is a bummer. If I could go back in time, my younger self, I probably would have dated more.
I think I still have that picture.
School work.
Oh, let me see if I can find this. I can't
believe people watching this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know.
You know what?
It's got to be past midnight for most of these people. I am 38, 39 this year.
Shoot.
Just asked.
I was going to share a picture.
Bent Tom can't eat gluten. I can eat gluten. I'm just supposed to stay away from carbs.
The live stream, but I don't think I have a copy of it on my computer because it's
an embarrassing picture of me.
Yeah. It's going to be one of your college pictures.
Oh, cool.
There's this one that I think
awesome.
Kevin took a picture of you.
Was it when you knew me or was it from something else?
I don't know. I don't even know how I got it, but it's a picture of you wearing a tie, drinking a cup of coffee, looking really sad.
Oh, that Kevin. Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
That was a fun trip.
And I don't even know what that, like, I have no idea what that picture is.
It was not coffee, Steve. It was hot chocolate.
All right, whatever.
With whipped cream.
Whatever was going on there, I just know. Oh, Chris Pop is here.
Hey.
We just talked about you a lot.
Too much, some people said.
What I was going to say is that picture is I reposted it at some point.
Find it. Just leave it alone.
No, I'm not looking for it. I'm just here. But I
know
reposted
the story behind that photo.
I don't know anything about it except your eyes are super bloodshot. So either you were stoned or sad.
I was tired. We went up to LA for my sister's birthday to try to get into The Price is Right. And we stayed up super late the night before in a hotel room, a bunch of friends. And then we woke up super early because that's what you're supposed to do. And by the time we got there, it was impossible. There was already thousands of people there and we weren't getting in. And so it broke my sister's heart, unfortunately. She really had her heart set on it. But we went and got breakfast. That's when I had that photo. And because it was Price is Right, we all kind of dressed like it was like we were out of like the 70s or something like that. So I had that brown tie. I had trimmed my beard down to a mustache. And we just kind of had this look to us. And then we went down and hung out at, like the beach or something like that. So that was the story behind that picture. I wasn't crying. I wasn't sad. I was just tired. Damn, we just got $2.
Yeah. Did Kevin Moore take that picture? I don't know why in my brain he did. But
he might have. He was definitely there. I don't know if he took the picture though.
Does anyone else make a pedal like the Game Changer Plus? I don't know.
No, they don't.
I mean, I know. I guess
the EHX Freeze is kind of a similar concept, but the execution is way different.
And I was gonna say visually,
no one does.
Is it Copper Sound that makes the? Whoa, hello.
The momentary tap. What is that? A telegram thing.
Telegram thing, yeah.
Yeah. Telegram foot switch. But that's more like a stutter switch.
Yeah, well, I'm saying visually, it's like it's similar because it's quirky, but that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
It does different things.
So we're silent now. Does that work? Can you guys hear that?
Yeah, I can hear that. Can they hear that?
If you can hear it, they can hear it. We should have started with this.
I wonder if we can
we can run the whole show.
I wonder if we can run this, even if you don't use the video part from this. If you can just use this for audio, and I can.
Good. I think the audio is good enough that we could podcast with this. This is how a lot of podcasts do their interviews and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it's not bad, right? It's pretty good.
Could be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Is it going to have that powered by StreamYard logo in the corner?
Yeah, because we aren't paying no money. But if we make a regular thing out of using this, maybe we should pay the money.
How much is it?
Commercial. I don't know, probably like $20 a month.
Oh my gosh, I'm trying to use this as a mirror, and like fixing my hair is driving me crazy.
Yeah, because it's backwards, right?
Yeah. Well, it's what do they call it? Like automatic reverse.
Is that right side around? Yeah, it is automatic. Yeah. You're right. So it's right.
Dude, Tom, I'm at my house. This is my house.
Yeah,
my wife might walk in and offer me a peanut butter and jelly, but my mom isn't.
I wish I could have a peanut butter jelly right now. I've been making peanut butter and like fresh fruit sandwiches. Like I like to put raspberries on there or like sliced strawberries, and it's good. That's how I like to roll. I love a nice peanut butter sandwich. Yeah, I always think it's funny when people make jokes or like accusations in the comment sections of places like, oh, you're in your mom's basement right now. First of all, my mom doesn't have a basement. Basements aren't a thing in Southern California. Secondly, Steve and I are full-grown men.
I'm a scientist. Oh, I was going to tell you that earlier. I got promoted to full scientist.
Damn, dude, you are a full scientist.
I'm a full scientist now. I don't even have a PhD.
I live in a house. Steve lives in that's like a duplex, right? What do you call that?
It's a condo complex.
It's a condo complex.
There's like 5 units.
You have an upstairs and
it's a quinplex.
A quinplex, okay. But we're adults with jobs and we pay our bills and we're not dependent on her parents. That's ridiculous. I think it's like laughable anytime someone makes that joke, like they think that they're gonna hurt us or something like that. I was like, it's so not true that I feel nothing when you do that, when you make that joke. Like, it means nothing to me because I'm doing just fine and not living with my parents. Yeah, here I am talking.
Eric, I work for a biologics production or biologics manufacturing corporation or whatever.
Steve company grows proteins, is what I understand.
In San Diego.
You grow proteins, right?
Prior to being a scientist, I was an associate scientist, which is like a junior scientist. Does Steve know how to play The Scientist by Coldplay? No, because that's a piano song.
I bet your wife does.
She actually might.
No, I bet money she does. Or and if she doesn't, she could pick it up in like a minute.
Oh, yeah, she definitely could pick it up in a minute.
Yeah.
I'm going to text her.
Ashton just asked, Ryan, what do you do outside of YouTube? I take my clothes off, that's for sure. No, I'm a graphic designer by profession. I've been self-employed at that for 13 years, something like that. I still do some graphic design, but I've been doing the YouTube thing almost full time for about 1.5 years, 2 years, something. I still pick up design jobs here and there, and of course I use design within the whole show here. So I like to design. I like to make pictures. What's the effects on the intro? I actually used like 5 different banks of effects. That's like the whole idea, is like for like a few notes it'll be reverb, for another couple notes it'll be like a metal sound, and then for another couple notes it'll be like an acoustic sound. Todd just asked for Tortilla Man to make an appearance. That's not going to happen. I don't have the tortilla for it tonight. Next time, next time Steve comes over here and brings Mexican food, when we're in the after times, order me a spare flour tortilla, and Tortilla Man will.
What? Hey, Tion, can you please give me 1 extra tortilla?
Dude, they will. They charge you like 25 cents for a flour tortilla. They just ask for it. Like, hey, and I want a flour tortilla. How hard is that, Steve? You can do it. I believe in you. I feel like I'm coaching.
You just have to remind me.
Like 5-year-old right now.
Do you have anything else you can cover your face with?
Well, I've got these bass strings from our sponsor. Is that better, Grant? Is this more comfortable for you? I can't see the camera when I do this. Steve is gone. Oh, he put pants on. Thanks, Steve. Steve wasn't wearing pants earlier. Where did he go? Did he go to get a tortilla? This is mysterious. I'm thirsty too. I didn't refill my drink before all this. What has he got? A green shirt? Steve gonna try to green screen his shirt right now? What are you doing, Steve? What were you doing?
Getting something to cover my face with.
Oh, okay. You have all those pillows back there. You could have just put a pillowcase over your head.
Hold on. No.
Oh my gosh. Actually, mine is over here right now.
The problem is my wife just texted me and I don't know what it says. So also, this shirt smells really bad because I just wore it.
Whew. I don't know what this looks like, but it probably looks pretty fun. We both have the shirts over our faces right now.
Why aren't I wearing a hat? Because I'm wearing. Well, I guess I don't really have a reason.
You're cheating, Steve. You took it off. Like, how are you?
I wore it long enough.
People are going to screen grab this and share it around and be like, what the hell is going on with 60 Cycle Hum?
Why are these guys putting shirts on their heads?
It's the new trend, Steve. I've been trying to start a new fad online.
Yeah, Ryan, say crayon.
Crayon.
That's the hardest I've ever heard you try to say crayon.
Crayon. I know some people say crayon, some people say crayon. I think I go back and forth. But I've been trying to start a new trend. You know how like in comments on social media, people will do a thumbs up. They'll do like an emoji.
Yeah.
You shirt head. I like that. What I've been doing is I'll take a picture of my thumbs up and post it as the comment. And a few people have started doing it too, but I think it's a lot of fun. I think everyone should do it. And then if you want to do a thumbs down, you can do that as well. And it's fun because you can include like the background of your life in the picture. And it probably screws up, Zuckerberg's analytics. Suddenly he doesn't understand what's going on.
Someone asked what acoustic guitar we play. Do you have a go-to? Like you just have, what do you go to now?
I have my Honer that I never play, and it's just sitting out being dusty. When I play acoustic, I keep grabbing that Groat. I've got it in my like family living room area, and it's kind of in quick access to the back door. And what I've been doing lately is I just throw that on, and I walk around the backyard, around the garden, hang out with the kids, check things out. And it's a fun, just kind of like stroll around the yard kind of acoustic guitar experience. It's a thinner body. It's a very thin body. It's not very loud, so I don't worry about like putting on a performance for the neighbors or something like that. And I've got acoustic strings on it. It's kind of like this fun archtop sort of experience.
Yeah, I my around the house acoustic. I have a Big Baby Taylor that I bought for my wife before we were married, with the expectation that someday I would get it back.
You bought it for your ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I bought my ex-girlfriend a Big Baby Taylor.
Yeah.
And then, while she was my girlfriend, and then when she became my ex-girlfriend, it became my guitar.
Yeah.
But then I also have my actual guitar that I used, I guess I'm hesitant to say professionally, but I did get paid for it, like some money, a couple dollars, was just a Mitchell MD100 that I put a GFS acoustic pickup into. The thing about that was like really rough is I tried to shape my own saddles for that. Huge mistake.
Yeah, I did. I tried to make my own saddles for my old Honer acoustic. I had a different Honer, and I screwed it up at least 2 times before getting it right.
So, well, I only had one saddle, and I made it like probably on like a 30-degree angle, maybe more. But I got it to like balance. So I was just like, I'll just use it as is. And I used it that way for a while, and then one day, or one service, I was just going at it, whatever, just playing, and I like smacked the guitar. I must have smacked like right on top of the saddle and collapsed it.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that's the end of that.
Yeah,
that was when I took it to Sean over at, before he was at Pitbull. Hutchinson's guitar, Sean Hutchinson. And I was like, dude, like, so here's my guitar, and I tried to shape my own saddle. So if you can shape me like a bone saddle, that would be freaking fantastic. And literally, like, I don't know how much of it was because of the angle wasn't making great connection with the pickup, and how much of it is just the difference between plastic and bone, but it was like night and day.
Yeah.
Between the two. So I go back and forth about selling that guitar. Actually, it's the only
Mitchell.
It's the only acoustic electric that I have, which is my hesitation. But it's like it takes up a lot of space.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of anti-acoustic these days. Anyway. Get rid of it.
It's also just in a hard case. The hard case is probably worth as much as the guitar. It's a friggin' Taylor hard case.
Yeah, acoustics are so bulky. Yeah. Get rid of the acoustics.
Oh God. How did we meet? So the first time we met was at a church. We met
out that. How dare they?
Billy LaRuffa asked.
Oh yeah, there it is.
And so we met through your sister.
Yeah, she introduced us at a church. So yeah, we were at a church.
Yeah. But we actually didn't start doing any music stuff for probably like a year after that. I think a while after that, like
it was an awkward introduction, and my sister was like, "Oh, meet these people." I was like, "Oh, hey," and you and Adam were like, "Hey," And we're like,
Yeah, we were
"Okay,
just like,
later."
what? That was when you had like a large beard and like a buzz cut.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
All right.
And we're just like, what's this guy's deal? Because we were like 18 or whatever, like 18, 19 years old.
Yeah, and I was just
So-
out of college or something.
So in that context, like you just seemed really old. It's like it's so goofy. Like when you think about time
Yeah.
that way, it's like when you're 18, someone who's like 21, 22, it's like really old. But when you're 35, someone who's like 39, you're like, yeah, that's my coworker. We grab drinks on Fridays.
Yeah. No, my wife is 35. Like,
Yeah.
whatever. I could have married you, Steve.
Wow. I'm actually, how old am I? I'm 36. So
Yeah, Lauren's going to be 36 this year. Wait, she already turned 36, didn't she?
your wife's 34.
Is she?
Wait. Yeah. Your wife's the same age as my wife.
Born 85.
Yeah. Her birthday's in May. Her birthday's not for like another month.
I'm pretty sure she's turning 36 this year. Maybe she's not.
Not if she was born in 85.
Doesn't matter.
It's 2020 still, right? Coronavirus?
Yeah. It could be any year, really. We're going to stop using calendars here pretty soon.
I know.
It's going to go in full dark ages. No more public records of anything. No more keeping track of dates or time. It's just going to be stone buildings.
Oh my gosh.
Who can own the most goats? Like mud farmers. We're going to go back to mud farming, whatever that means.
Jeez, Marcella's old.
How old is he? He was 18 in 1980.
I can't
Stay away from that coronavirus. It's coming for you.
I can't do that math. I'm too stupid.
It just
I'm
means
just
he's
kidding.
19
I'm
years
just kidding.
older
It's all
than-
fun.
When I was born, he was, a young man.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
Eric the Red says Ryan's next
Gold.
video
Why
will
should
be
I
in the
not say
garage.
gold?
Where do you think I am right now? I am in the garage, Eric. This is the garage. Let's see if I can shoot.
What?
I'm knocking stuff over. I don't know if I can get around to it. There's the garage door.
There's me.
Yeah, there's Cardboard Steve, and there's the garage door. And there's some lights in my workbench.
I'm so jealous of that workbench, man.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't have one.
Oh, I guess that's true. To me, it's not a remarkable workbench. I
It's
guess.
not a remarkable workbench, but when you don't have a workbench,
Yeah.
I think if I had that workbench, I would always be building a pedal.
Steve's just like, man, if I had that workbench, finally I'd be happy.
No, I didn't say I would be happy.
The one thing I don't have is a
That's-
workbench. You could
that's
have
all-
a workbench in your little outside area there.
It's an open air patio.
You could still have a bench.
But like I can't leave stuff up.
You could have some sort of tool container that closes. I don't know. There's ways to do it.
Yes.
I've got critters and stuff running around in here apparently. Like,
Yeah, but you don't have weather. Like nothing gets wet overnight.
you don't know that.
Wow.
Wah, wah, wah. Oop. Nope. There it is. I really need to label these things.
Cardboard Steve will be back on Monday.
Yeah. Well, he's here right now, but he's
Yeah.
not talking to us.
Why do I have a camera clip attached to my head?
Because that's what holds you up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, you'd be on the ground. Well, we've been doing this an hour 13. We only have 25 more minutes to go, and it'll be almost the length of a podcast.
Oh, I was gonna say at some point, does it just cut us off?
No, I think it'll go forever.
Oh, interesting.
There might actually be a timeout on YouTube. I think they cap it at like 36 hours or something stupid.
30. You can live stream for 36
I think
hours.
you can do it a really long time.
Oh my gosh! Some weekend when my wife, I should send my wife to like, and the kids to like the in-laws
Mm-hmm.
place for the weekend, and let's do a 36-hour live stream. Half the time it'll just be an empty room, and then every once in a while I'll just walk in. It'll just like literally, let's see, that video, like at least, I don't know, 20% of it will be just be a recreation of Andy Warhol's Sleep. Some of those charity streams are almost 3 days.
And they
This
don't.
ain't the only charity we're going to raise money for is us, Todd.
And that is a serious charity case. Man, that YouTube, I mean, that Amazon rate change kicked in like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
It's rough. I've already like counting the money that I'm losing on that one. I've lost like $50 so far.
I want to think, I mean, it doesn't matter.
No.
Like either way, it doesn't matter. But I want to think like this was a decision that Amazon made like at the beginning of the year. But it definitely feels like they're like, man, everyone's at home now buying 90% of their normal groceries through Amazon. Screw those affiliates.
Wait, Todd said YouTube's cutting ad revenue too. YouTube's ad revenue is variable. Like it changes with ad rates that they can collect, like what advertisers will pay. I don't know if they're cutting the rate of what content creators were getting of that. That sucks. I hope they're not doing that. But what Amazon did, I understand the food thing because they've suddenly become like a grocery store. Like before, people were ordering Amazon food as like a luxury and they were paying an up price on it. And now it's like people are using Amazon for their legit grocery shopping. And you just can't sustain a high affiliate rate on that because people aren't really buying groceries off of affiliate links anyways. But I hate they dropped the percent for that they would pay on music instruments in half. They cut it in half.
So what I'm seeing, and Ryan, maybe you just haven't felt it because not to like pull the freaking tractor trailer, the driver horn here, toot our own horn. But we've our channel's actually seen consistent growth.
It has
for the last like month. But I actually just found a bunch of articles that saying that because of increased viewership, YouTube has cut ad rates about 20%. A lot of YouTubers are reporting that they're basically taking a 20% hit.
Here's the thing though, is it like I said earlier, is variable. It changes throughout the year. Like it peaks like October through December for all the Christmas shopping and stuff, because the advertisers pay a higher rate to advertise because they're competing. It's a marketplace is the thing with YouTube. The advertisers are competing for advertising space. And if there is an abundance of views going on right now, that does thin out the marketplace and it makes advertising cheaper. So I understand that. I'm not so worried about YouTube revenue, although that does make some money for me. I always focus on just growing the channel because that makes me money in other ways.
Right.
So we've actually been growing. The channel's been growing really steadily for like 3 or 4 months now. Like it's just been on this path that's pretty wild.
Yeah.
Like I think
I do agree with Todd. Like if you're relying on YouTube for 50, 60, 100% of your income, whatever, you're going to feel that a lot more.
100%. Yeah.
The biggest YouTube guitar YouTube channel is Jared Dines a guitar YouTube channel?
And he's a musician channel. I mean, I think there's a distinction. Steven Taki just asked, hey Ryan, pretty new to the channel. Do you still have plans to mod your TC Vibraclone for a momentary switch between choral/trim? No, because I sold it. I don't have it anymore. I'm sorry. I still think that's a really good idea because it ramps between those two speeds. But I never got around to it, and someone made an offer for it, I think, and I was like, yeah, okay, I'll sell it to you. How long have you been using StreamYard? This is the first time.
Yeah, this is the first time we're using StreamYard.
I think it's a success.
As far as gear channels go, the biggest gear channel might be, I mean, I don't even know. My gut brain is like maybe my gut brain thinking about gear channels might be Know Your Gear. Film is, but I feel like Phil can't be the biggest, but
isn't what's his name with the teeth? Isn't his channel bigger than Phil's?
With what?
That guy with the really white teeth.
Oh,
Daryl
Daryl Braun. Yeah, Daryl Braun's really big.
They're both in that like 250, 350, 100.
No, Daryl Braun's like over 500.
Okay, he's twice as big than Phil.
Oh, and well, Anderton, sure. I don't think about. Well, I didn't think about Andertons, but I also I don't include Andertons in this kind of conversation. Oh yeah, duh.
Yeah,
Ola's probably the biggest.
No, all those people are making good enough money that they should. They'll feel it. They won't be able to, you know.
Ola's actually small. Daryl Braun. I didn't know that.
Ola's smaller than Daryl.
Yeah,
I don't know. He's pretty tall in person.
Oh my gosh, I was gonna say I don't count Andertons in this conversation because they're a store.
They're a retailer. Yeah, it's not fair.
And it's the same.
JHS doesn't get to count because they're a brand with their group.
And it's it's a little. Maybe that's being like a little Guitar Goddess. I don't even know that channel.
Yeah, neither do I.
She is almost 600, but I'm not seeing. I guess I'm not seeing a ton of gear.
That's the thing, though. I think to be a huge channel, you usually have to cross over into being more general entertainment. You know, like Davey 504.
Yeah.
Terry Berry. Like,
she does a lot of. This channel, Guitar Goddess, does a lot of demos. Does a lot, or not demos. She does a lot of like guitar tutorials. It's like all acoustic guitar tutorials.
Oh, okay.
And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just it's like.
No, there is. Acoustic guitar is boring.
All of it it felt like out of nowhere. And hey, more props to her for figuring it out. But like, I feel like Mary Spender went from like 50,000 to freaking like almost 300,000 in like a year.
I feel like Mary is more of a songwriting channel, a music channel than a gear channel, though. She does do some gear, but every time I've seen one of her videos, it's more in the context of like, let's make a song. Here's a song.
Sure.
Or here's a performance or something like that. Paul David is huge.
But I would, Paul David's, I did not realize he was that big. Wow.
He's
1.7 million. And he is also very tall. He is pretty tall.
Nice guy.
Holy smokes.
I've got to hang out with Paul a little bit. He's a nice guy.
I've met Mary introduced me to Paul like 2 years ago, and it was very casual, but it was just that I did not realize his channel was that big.
Yeah. We just hit 50K a little bit ago, and it feels huge, but
and there's nothing wrong with that either.
No, it's a great number. I feel very.
I mean, Paul's been at it for 11 years, man.
Yeah, maybe I'll have 150K in 11 years.
Oh, well, I mean, YouTube's going to collapse by then because of the coronavirus.
Oh, of course, yeah, and we'll be in the after times. We'll be in the post-apocalypse. I can't wait to drive that motorcycle that you're holding onto the back to, Steve.
What?
Haven't done anything with just Nick. Feels like you two would get along. I don't remember if I've ever met.
I've never met Just Nick. I don't know if you have. Good grief!
Samurai Guitarist has 630K. No, that's a lot. I didn't know he had that much. That guy's cool. I like that guy. How do you get numbers like that?
Yeah, 639, man.
I work so hard on this channel. I don't have numbers like that.
Well, he has 378 videos.
Yeah, I've got like 1,200.
Well, I guess you just suck.
Yeah, I suck is what I'm saying. There's a lot of channels out there, guys. Some say too many. I say not enough. Go start your own channel. I feel like we should cap this in an hour 30.
All right. Where are we at?
Get your questions in. If you want to have them prioritized, Super Chat works for that. But
I would just say this, there's a ton of channels out there. Subscribe to who you want to subscribe to. Everyone says like subscribe to this, like this, smash that, whatever. It's fine. Just support the people you want to support. And really,
Mhm.
like, the biggest thing is you can subscribe or whatever. But at least for us, watching the videos is great. But what do we get? Like $1 per 1,000 views.
It's something like
You know,
that.
if you really want to support, and I'm not just saying that for us. I'm saying that, across the board. Like, a lot of these channels have Patreons. So go support the people you want to support that way.
Nice pitch, Steve.
Whether it's like $1 a month or $5 a month or $69 a month.
Use affiliate links, even though Beto
Yeah.
is taking more money now. Use affiliate links. Our Sweetwater affiliate links actually give us a pretty nice cut. And Toman too. Toman does decent.
Sweetwater
Anytime you see
links are
someone using
decent.
affiliate links, use your affiliate links if you're going to shop. Like, it costs you nothing to shop with affiliate links. If you're going to do any shopping, like, it does help people like us. It really does.
Is Rob Chapman still a thing? Someone asked, is Rob Chapman still a thing? Well, he published a video 15 hours ago and it has 12,000 views already. So I'm going to say that he's probably not. He's not a thing anymore.
He's not a place. I think he's a person. There's persons, places, and things. I think he's a person. I don't think he's a thing.
Thoughts on Jared Dines making Guitar World? Do people still read magazines?
It seems like that's backwards, right? Like, Guitar World should be bragging about being on Jared Dines' channel, because I guarantee you Jared Dines gets way more traction, way more views on his content than Guitar World does on their content right now.
But I mean, legitimately, like, good for Jared, like, and that's huge. And I think that I think that does say a lot about YouTube. And the reality is that I mean, I can't speak for our audience, but I can say, at least for me.
Thanks, Todd. Todd just super chatted us. Thanks.
I don't know what. Oh, tabs. I do think organizations like Guitar World probably do transcription really well still, because that's what they do.
Sure.
But I'd say generally, when I want to check out a new piece of gear, I'm going to Google just to see what's out there, just to see what kind of information's out there. I'm not going to Guitar World, or I'm not going to Premier Guitar. If Premier Guitar has a YouTube video about the pedal I want to know about, or whatever other piece of gear, then I'll check that out.
The publications that have translated over to online make the most sense right now for that stuff. Like, Premier Guitar has done decent, and a few other outlets. But in reality, like, you think about this channel, this is a mid to small sized YouTube channel as far as comparisons to some of the other channels mentioned here. At 50,000 subscribers, a lot of these magazines, even big ones like Guitar World, they're floating around 100,000 subscribers, and they're counting magazines going to the shelves of grocery stores and drugstores. And
Guitar World's YouTube channel has 658,000 subscribers.
Who does?
Guitar World.
That's not bad. So yeah, if they can survive as media outlets outside of print, then that means something. But I think print is definitely on the way out. You said they have that on their YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay, that they probably have way more subscribers on their YouTube than they do for their magazine. I'm kind of surprised a lot of these magazines are still in print.
I wouldn't be surprised if they actually have like a really good number of subscribers to their magazine, but it's because.
Oh, you want an interesting factoid before we
I don't want this to sound salty, right? I don't want this to sound salty.
Salt me. Hit me with it.
What I'm about to say, I don't mean it as salty, but it's really hard to like mentally stop subscribing to something.
Sure. So you're saying, like, no, it's totally true. People, it takes more time for people to unsubscribe than it does for them to subscribe. And YouTube kind of takes care of that on its own. Like, if you stop watching a channel's videos, they'll stop recommending it.
Right.
So subscriber numbers don't actually mean a lot. Sometimes play numbers on videos mean a lot more. If you're studying, marketing through YouTube. Something I was going to say is that I was talking to someone in the industry, someone who
Hold
makes.
on, my wife said butts.
I was talking to someone who manufactures amps that are sold in retail stores. And he said that print advertising was actually very effective for them. Not because it connected to the buyers, not because it connected to the consumer.
Right.
But the people reading all these magazines are bored guitar store employees that handle the inventory.
Wow.
And so they pick up these magazines and they flip through them and they're like, oh, these amps, we don't stock those. Maybe we should look in those. Yeah, let's check out these amps. And I'm not going to mention who it is because I don't know if they're cool with me telling the story, but they said that after they ran a series of print advertisements, they didn't see any sort of meaningful increase in direct to consumer sales, but they saw a big increase in sales to stores.
Interesting.
All kinds of stores, mom and pops, bigger retailer stores and stuff like that. Because those are the only people really reading these mags is that industry. So it's more of like an industry specific publication sort of thing, if you think about it.
Right.
And it makes total sense. Like if you want to get your product into physical retail locations, print advertising probably makes sense. Yeah. But if you want to sell an amp to a consumer, demos, online advertising, things like that probably make more sense.
All right. You're talking about capping this at an hour and a half, and that's fine. Let's take one more question if anyone's got a question. Sure. Whoever's got the quick typing hand. Hold on, I want to try something. I want you to try to sync with me because someone asked about synchronization earlier and being able to do music. I'm going to count to 10. I want to see what this looks like. I'm going to start with 1. And I'm going to go. It'll be pretty even because I'm a bass player and I'm good at rhythm. I'm going to say 1.
Along with you?
Yeah, I want you to pick up somewhere in this count, which is why I'm going to go all the way to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We cannot do this. That will not work. It was
kind of synced on this side.
No, there was a gap coming back to me, which which is what I figured.
Mm-hmm.
We'll take both of these questions. 3 questions. Where do you buy your shirts?
Are you talking about this shirt right now?
Probably.
I bought this shirt in Hawaii on vacation.
Okay, and you also buy shirts. What's the crazy shirt site that you
for Hawaiian shirts or t-shirts?
Just crazy shirts that you've gotten a couple for free, I think. Did you get them for free?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know. We ran a couple, not like a sponsor spot, but
that was forever ago. I hit up this company that makes Hawaiian shirts, and they sent me a couple, and they were all too small.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you. Okay, let's do this. Most expensive gear ever bought.
My Hallmark Sweatwing was the most expensive guitar I've ever bought, and it was over $900, and it super freaked me out because there was no way for me to try it beforehand.
Yeah, I think mine.
I just went off of people's recommendations and what people were saying online, and it worked out.
I think mine is my Gibson Les Paul. What is it? The Gibson Les Paul Studio Light. I paid $550 for that. I've owned gear that was worth more than that, but I think that's the most I've spent on a piece that I can think of, at least.
How much is that bass that you want to buy? Spoilers.
It's 500 on Marketplace. I'm seeing it on Reverb for like 6 to 8. So if I got it and didn't like it, I could probably at least this one, the one that I'm looking at doesn't have the original case. So that's why, that might be why it's a little less. I don't know.
Yeah. Hopefully, if you get that thing, we will be living in a bass-based economy. Oh my gosh, Robert McDowell just gave us $20.
I feel bad that we're about to sign off.
I know, right?
Robert, you got a question for us? For you, we'll give you like a question or two or three.
What do you want to
take my
know,
shirt
Robert?
off? I'm not going to take my shirt off. Ryan will take his shirt off.
Do I have to?
Should Guitar Center die while we wait for Robert? I don't know, man. Like, I think Guitar Center is still useful, like as a local, even if you don't buy anything there. I will say, like, Guitar Center is definitely bailing people out on Sunday mornings when they break a string during rehearsal and they need something before like 10 a.m.
But if Guitar Center closed up, you think we would see more mom and pops pop back up?
I don't know, because
and it would be better because sometimes mom and pop stock, they don't have a lot of good stuff in, you know, because they tend to focus on beginner stuff, and they don't usually have a wide variety of equipment. So in some ways Guitar Center is better than a mom and pop, but you definitely get more money staying in the community with a mom and pop.
Yeah. Grant, it's a Gibson EB, like a 2013 2014 model, so it's the very Fendery Gibson bass that they made. It's on Facebook Marketplace in San Diego. So I'm number 2 in queue, so I'm hoping the first guy flakes.
They'll probably flake.
I know. First guy will probably get. Nah, never mind. That's dark.
That's dark humor. I mean, where are you going with that?
All right. We're gonna sign off. If you guys have questions, join the Facebook group. Shoot us an email at 60cyclehum.
Thanks to everyone who super chatted us or even was just here chatting with us. This was an experiment. This was us trying this out. We recorded a normal podcast before this that we'll publish on Monday, but I think we might try this for a podcast format next week.
We could do this for podcasting, and I think we could do this if this is actually the perfect format. Like, if we've talked about this before, when a brand drops news on a Wednesday and we're like, man, we need to talk about that.
Yeah, we could do that.
We could make that work.
Yeah, this was easy. It was painless. Yeah. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. Stay grounded.
I was gonna say that.
You can still say it.
Stay grounded.
Bye, everybody.
I can't figure out where. There we go. Bye.
Good.